My great aunt Barbara is one of the most extraordinary people I know. She's kind, caring, a bit rebellious, and definitely the life of the party. I hope you enjoy her story with all its ups, downs, and everything in between.
We didn't have a television, of course, there were no televisions then. We had a radio, we would listen to the radio, and but just one station, all of us would sit around listening to the radio. There wasn't the fact that you can go upstairs and look at this TV show and they go downstairs
Yeah.
and look at another one. No matter what anybody wanted, we listened to one radio. But we were contented because we knew no better. No, there was nothing to distract us. I mean, you did your homework, we all sat around a table, and we all did our homework. I sat near Audrey so I could ask her questions, because she was older than me, about 5 years, and, she was very smart. We were very proud of her. And she had her own room, like I told you. She was the only one who had her own room. And my mother had fixed it up so beautiful. She had her own bed. I slept with Marge in the bed. And my brother had to sleep on a pull-out couch because he couldn't sleep with my mother, so he had to sleep on a pull-out couch. But it was very different. When the war was on, we couldn't get sugar. We couldn't get anything. A lot of things you just couldn't have. So it was very hard. Everything was rationed. Our family got this much sugar for the month. And of course, with 4 kids and cereal, we just was never enough. And I remember my mother getting, and coffee. You couldn't get coffee. So she bought instant coffee, which was the worst coffee in the world. When I finally went to my aunt's house and she made coffee, I couldn't believe it was coffee. I said, "This really coffee? This is what it's supposed to taste like?" Because all we had was instant. And my mother got a job in a factory that made goggles for airmen, people who were flying the planes.
Yeah.
But the goggles were hard rubber, and she had to sew through that hard rubber. So her hands were swollen, and she would come home crying that it hurt so much. But because it was wartime, they paid very well, So then she could give my sister dancing lessons, and Audrey, and violin, and piano playing. And she tried to give us all piano, but I just couldn't do it. I have piano fingers. They say long fingers are piano fingers, but didn't work in my favor. But then soon as the war ended and the servicemen came home, they gave them because it's only fair to give the servicemen jobs. So my mother lost her job again. What I did with my father was that he would come to see us once in a while, not often. And then once but he would buy us things. I would cut out a dress in a magazine that had name, address, size, and all that, and I would mail it to him, and he would put the money in there and mail it to the people. So, where are you getting all these clothes from, my mother would say. But I didn't want to tell her my father, because then she would stop me. So I said, I won a contest where I get clothes. She believed me for a while, until Margie told her no, she didn't win any contest since Daddy. And then she stopped me. But I had the best clothes for a while. Anything I wanted, he just filled it out. He didn't know what I was doing. See, I was a slick chick. And then we grew up and we were getting jobs and making money and contributing to the house. So life was easier. We had more stuff then. No one ever thought, like they were saying, they were going to charge you for TV. And in the beginning, they didn't charge you. They gave it to you free. You just plugged it in. Then they said, how could they charge you? What are they going to put a coin at the end of it? Where you drop a quarter in? We didn't know how. And then finally, they found a way to charge us. I'm telling you, I'm going to heaven with a bingo card. I played bingo with them. I used to go ask the girls at work, anybody have old jewelry they don't want, cosmetic jewelry? And they used to give me some, earrings or necklaces, and I would make that be the winner. And of course, my mother never went. She never played. She just sat there. Because with Alzheimer's, you don't remember anything.
Yeah.
And it's so sad, because this is the person who brought you up. This is the person who took you places, So they said, oh, you're cheating for your mother, the other old ladies. I would go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I would take her home on Saturday and Sunday. Then the kids would all come up, go see grandma. They would go see her.